Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Isabel Jones, back with your fourth episode of Refreshers, I think. Fourth. Fucking hell, I've been doing this for a month. Excuse the language. I am in my uni room again. I've sorted out the camera angle a bit. I didn't really like it the first time. But here we go. It's spring. Spring has sprung. The weather's been nice. It's shit today. But it was nice this weekend, so it was really nice actually. I think it was like 18 degrees, which is crazy for March. It feels like December still. No, January. Anyway, hello. I feel like my last couple of episodes have been quite depressing, so I wanted to pick things up a little bit. However, arguably, this isn't picking things up a bit because I think I'm calling this podcast something like Will Me and My Boyfriend Last throughout uni. So, argue what you will. Maybe it's depressing. I feel like I've steered a little bit more onto the university side of things now, again. Let's get into it, I guess. So, just for some context, I could talk about this for fucking ages. Me and my boyfriend have been together for almost 3 years. We met in 2022. We got together August 2022, and we are the same age, but he went to uni the year before me because I went a year late. So he went to uni in September of 2022. And when I tell you, I rejected the poor man about 3 or 4 times. He asked me to be his girlfriend, and I said no. About 3 or 4 times. I'm being deadly serious. Whoops. I couldn't stay away though, could I? I did say yes eventually. I was very scared because I had a very shit previous relationship. And it put me off, to be honest. I didn't really fancy getting back into another relationship. And look where I am now. Almost 3 years. And we're still together. Anyway, as I was saying, he went to uni in September. And that was part of the reason, again, why I was so scared. Because trust issues. And that. Cute. So yeah, I rejected him a lot. And then he did something. What did he do? Oh, I remember. We went on a night out. Because I was freshly 18. And he was 18 for a few more months. But basically, we were freshly 18-year-olds, and going out. I was feral. Absolutely fucking feral. I loved going out. Anyway, we went out. We were in Cardiff on a Monday night. I know, rogue. We went to Prism, Quids Inn. Live, laugh, love. Prism doesn't exist in Cardiff anymore. It's Circuit now. I don't know, I've been a couple of times, didn't like it at all. No offence, Circuit. Not my vibe. Anyway, we went out on a Monday night, Quids Inn. Me and my best mate went out. Best friend. Soz, Liv. Anyway, me and my best friend went out. And we thought, do you know what, let's book a hotel and invite my now boyfriend and the guy she was speaking to. But me and Liv were originally supposed to share a room. Anyway, we live and we learn. We went out. I can't actually remember a lot of the night. I got absolutely shit-faced. Absolutely fucked. I blacked out for most of the night. I know we were in Circuit. Prism. It was Prism. And I wanted to go because I felt really ill. Me and John, we were speaking before that, by the way. I promise you, we were speaking. We walked back to the hotel room. Apparently I twisted my ankle and I thought I broke it. Hurt the next day, it was fine. It was probably just a twist. And as we walk into the Travel Lodge, which is right across from Live Lounge, if you're from Cardiff, you know. If you don't, they're facing each other. And it's still a Monday night, by the way. It was busy for a Monday night. Anyway, apparently we were walking past, someone called my name in the queue. We went into Live Lounge for a good, solid 10 minutes. £10 entry, 10 minutes in there. Crazy. And then we went back to the hotel. Now, I was sick in the toilet. And bear in mind, I've known him for a few months. But, we weren't official, you know? We weren't. Anyway, I spewed, and this lovely man held my hair back and rubbed my back and let me be sick into the toilet. Proceeded to take off my makeup with a makeup wipe. He didn't get me in my pyjamas, but I think he put a jumper on me. He put a jumper on me. So I was still in my clothes from the night before, which is a good sign. He then went to the toilet to be sick, woke up the next morning, and yeah, that's what happened. And I think I turned to him and I said, what the fuck happened? And he was like, well, you were sick, I was sick, I came back out and you were passed out on the sofa. On the bed. So that was a very humbling moment for me, to be honest. Anyway, from that point on, I was like, do you know what? I can trust this guy. He's lovely. Maybe I'll say yes. I waited like a week and he didn't ask me again. So I said, if you asked me, don't ask me now. You have to ask me in a proper way. I would say yes. And then he took me to Everyman Cinema on a really cute date down Cardiff Day. And he asked me to his missus. And I said, I don't know. Yeah, joking. Oh, microphone's broken. I need to get a new one. Anyway, yeah. So that's why I said yes right before he went to uni. And he went to uni, and oh my god, have I got a story for you? That's a story for another day. Long story short, one of my friends, who's now a mother, found out she was pregnant because of me. Because I was so emotional. I might as well just fucking tell you. I was so emotional, and I said, should we do one together? Because I'm terrified. This is so TMI. Wow. And, she found out she was a mother, or about to be a mother. Cute little story. The baby is now almost 2, which is so cute. Anyway, yeah, so I said yes. He went to uni. I was absolutely distraught. Oh my god. I'd been with this guy for a month, and I was, crying for, the first, few days. I miss you so much. Why'd you have to go? And it was scary because, again, the trust issues, it was terrifying. What are you meant to think? You hear all these stories and you're like, well, you're going to uni. What the fuck are you going to get up to? What are you going to get up to? Terrifying. Absolutely fucking mortifying. Give it a few weeks. I went and visited him. And it was fine. Nice accommodation, actually. Nicer than mine. And it was alright. I met a few of his friends. Yeah, it was fine. Went back. I was saying goodbye. Of course, I fucking cried. And yeah, I spent a lot of money on trains that year because it was 60 quid, 70 quid for a return ticket to go and see him. But he came home a lot, so it was even Stevens. And I'd say worth it, actually. Anyway, then obviously I go to uni, not last September, the September before. And that was weird. We were closer than we were when I was back in Cardiff and he was there. So we're closer, but I still didn't see him that often. A train ticket was about 30 quid. Obviously, I'm now a student as well, so I'm absolutely skint all the time. And yeah, but I did see him a little bit more often than I did the year before. But neither of us had cars in uni at the time. So it was, a bit of a weird one, to be honest. That was fine. Again, trust issues still there. And God bless that man. Actually, for putting up with them, because, don't get me wrong, they're bad sometimes. And I bitch and I moan quite a lot about it. But he puts up with it. Touch wood. Fucking hope so. But yeah, we didn't have cars, so we saw each other, but it was fucking expensive. And then fast forward to this year, we see each other, a bit more in first semester, but because obviously he's in his third year, writing his dissertation at the moment, not a lot. So yeah, it's weird. Very up and down, and we have lots of we don't argue a lot. When we do, they're quite big arguments, actually, I'd say. I'm not going to go into the details of them, but it happens. It's going to happen. When you're living away from each other and you don't see each other every day, it's weird because you're either not going to argue, which is sort of like us because we don't argue often at all, or when you do, it gets so blown out of proportion because you can't like console each other and speak to each other in person. It's so difficult because obviously when you're reading a text, you can't understand their tone. You don't know like what they're actually saying when it's a text message. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like obviously like the typical like, I'm fine. No, I'm not. No, I'm not fucking fine. You know? It's weird. So yeah, we have a lot of not a lot, we have a few arguments, but they're big ones. But we get over it because communication, when we do see each other, we talk about it and we sort it out, and you know, that's like the main thing for long distance, guys, because half the time if you're going to uni, you're going to be long distance. Communication, you have to nail it down, because otherwise it's so fucking difficult. It's like the top priority in any relationship should be communication. It's spelled COMMUNICATION. That's probably so wrong. Whoops. I can't spell unless I've got a pen and paper or something. Real. Someone just slammed the door really loudly. I think they're pissed off at me talking. Whoops. Anyway, communication, top priority in any relationship, please. If you take on any advice, take that on. But obviously it's different for everyone. I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh yeah, like everyone needs to last through a relationship when they go in uni. Like you have to like stick by each other and whatever. Because it's different for different people. And I think the uni and university experience play a lot into those as well. So yeah, it's weird. When I was in my first year, and I'm not going to name these people, they might know who they are if they're listening. I don't think they will be, but if you are, I'm sorry, I'm using you as an example. If you're listening, I've got a love heart shape now. Anyway, one of them, he found out that his missus cheated on him the first week he went to uni with not a cousin, but I might be making that bit up. Cousin's friend, not the cousin. God, that'd be fucking rough, imagine that. Ooh. Anyway, yeah, so they broke up, and then the other one, she, I'm sure he was speaking to someone else, but she didn't find out until after, and they broke up, and that was very messy, to be honest, very messy. And then there was someone else who lasted with their boyfriend for 2 years, one of which being in uni, and they split up not that long ago. Like, it's different for everyone. Like, I can't sit here and say that, like, oh yes, you're gonna last forever, or oh yes, you're gonna break up, because things happen for a reason. I'm a firm believer of that. Everything happens for a reason. So I can't, like, actually say to you, like, I can't answer that question, will you last throughout uni? I can just give advice and my own personal experiences, which aren't the best, to be honest. Like, I'm not the brightest tool in the shed, but, I mean, I can't be the only one who has these tendencies or who has these issues. Like, you know, it's so different for everyone. So just, you know, take every day as it comes, communicate, and I don't know. Just be nice to each other as much as you can. Half the time, you're both going through the exact same thing. And, yeah, you're with them for a reason. You chose to be with them. So, you know, I'm really bad at giving relationship advice, actually. But I feel like that's a common thing for, like, people who are in relationships. They're like, they give such shit advice, and then the single people give such good advice, which is really weird. But, you know. Anyway, moving on. If you don't come to uni with a relationship, best believe you'll probably meet the love of your life here. There's probably some massive statistic saying that you will. Anyway, I keep seeing things about people who went to my university, like in like 5 years before me or whatever, and they're like getting married and having kids, and it's really cute. And it happens to a lot of people. A lot of people meet their like Lommel, love of my life, in uni. Lommel, is that? Yeah, Lommel. So you know, there's hope for you. Don't worry. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap it up here because I'm actually just chatting out of my arse right now. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you made sense of whatever the fuck I've just told you. Because I feel like I've just waffled on for about, 15 minutes? About God knows what. Not a clue. But I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know if you want me to speak about anything on these podcasts. Anything at all. Drop me a comment. And also, please, can you drop me a like and a subscribe? That'd be very nice. Or a follow if you're on Spotify. Please. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thank you for listening and watching. I've been Isabella Jones with another episode of Refresher. Bye. I need to get a thumbnail as well.